are you feeling?
Good.
Good.
Tired.
Yeah. So funny. Did anything like come up for you, or like how did it feel?
Like my stomach was going crazy, I feel like the whole time.
Yeah.
I felt like a lot of things in my stomach.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. Do you mind if I share like what came up?
Yes.
Cool. So when we first started and I was like at your head, I kept hearing like whistling, like wind whistling, but so loud. And it wasn't like feeling it, it was just whistling. It was like whoo, like just when when it's going crazy and like whisking by, and it was so loud. And then I heard like, and I know it wasn't like noise from your side or like from my side, you know, like from our environments. But I heard like city noise, and like I saw like city people and like buildings, and you like kind of walking around and like being in this like city environment, and you're just like looking all around, and there's just so much like going on. And I could really feel it in my hands, like your thoughts like vibrating really hard.
Yeah.
In my hands. But and then so after that I saw you like looking out a window, like in a room, just kind of like looking out a window, like, and then you were like thumbing through a book, like flipping through a book and like pulling cards, and it seemed like you were looking for something. And just kind of like thinking about it like really intensely, just all in here, like just trying to figure it out, like looking for something, and just like an all over search. And so then we moved down into your crown, and your crown chakra was like so vast, so beautiful, and you were on the ground laying down and like you were creating things out of clouds, like, and it was almost like a scientific process, like you were just organizing them, putting them together, like adding them up and like making them form things. And it was almost like you were painting, but with like your mind and with like that expansive vision and that expansive point of view. Like you can see things and put them together in a way that's like really unique. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And it was like your genius, you know? And so then we moved down into your throat, and your throat, you had like hands over your throat.
Yeah.
Like not...
something kept bothering me right here.
Yeah. Did you feel that too?
Yes, and I was like, oh my god, it like itched, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I felt like I was feeling a lump in my throat, and I was like, oh my gosh, and then it was like I just saw hands over your throat, like holding it down, not like violently choking you, but just like holding your throat back, like holding it tight, holding it back. And yeah, so we kind of just accepted that and like held space for like seeing that happen. and then released it.
I feel like I struggle with my neck. Like, it, like, I don't know if I'm, like, just sensitive there, but, like, it freaks me out. Like, I don't, like, when people touch my neck, it's just, like, oh, my God. I don't know why I feel like I'm always choking. Like,
yeah, you do?
And, like, even, like, at the gym, like, I cannot do things, like, if I have to set a bar here, like, it just, I don't know. It, like, makes me cry.
Yeah.
Freaks me out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, though. I have no idea what it is, but...
That makes a lot of sense. It was, so, because you have such clear vision and because that is, like, one of your gifts, like, you can just observe things and know. And you see the bigger picture and almost, like, you're looking for the answers. Like, you're very observant. And then when it comes to your throat, like, it was, like, connected to all the other things. Like, it was totally disconnected from all the lower things. And so we kind of, like, we opened up that pathway and, like, just let it flow. And, like, eased the pain, like, soothed it. And then when we went down to your heart was, like, I don't know if you're a Pisces or a water sign, but it was, like, so watery.
I'm all Cancer. So,
you're a Cancer, yeah. It was so watery, and it was just, like, so, and then I saw, like, yellow at first, and then blue, and then green, and it was just, like, it was all of these different energies, and it was to me, it felt like there were a few things that came up. The first thing was, like, not a disappointment. The first thing was, like, waiting on something, kind of. Like, your heart was, like, waiting on something in order to, like, release and like, share everything that was going on. And then the other things I felt in there were, like, there's all these other things that people have said to you that you hold in your heart because you want to, like, care about them, hold space for them. So it's like there was, like, the energy of this person saying, like, live your life this way, this person being like, do this way, and, like, do this way. And it was, like, all these other people that, like, were being held in your heart so dearly, but it was like it wasn't serving you, like, it was all to serve them.
Yeah.
And it was yeah.
I feel like that makes sense because I, like, hate letting people down.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I always want to be there for the people. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know what I want.
Yes, yeah. Yes. That is, like, it's so vast. There's so much space in there. You see so much and you have such a big heart space, but it's like that flow is like your heart is in charge of giving and receiving. So
yeah.
When it's stagnant like that and just
like self-love, like I think I struggle with that most, and so it's hard for me to, like, like, believe people too, like, when they say things, like, about me, like, that's hard for me. So, like, I just try to, like, I always, like, it's hard for me to love myself, so I want to, like, love everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but, like, I just want to love everyone because it's hard for me to love me.
No, it makes so much sense. And I don't know if you do this a lot, but I saw you going like this.
Oh yeah, I do that a lot.
Really? Holding your knees, kind of?
Yep.
I saw you doing that, and kind of, so when that happens, it's like, everything that you're saying, like, you just want to love everyone else, and, like, but you don't really know what that looks like to give that same energy to yourself. It's like, it's because that inner child you, like, is asking for it. So that's why we give and give and give, but it's like we're the one who needs to receive it.
Yeah.
So, like, holding that space. So what I was focusing on when that came up was just expanding. Because it's not that you have to let go of people. You don't have to let go of loving others. It's a beautiful thing about you. But it's just expanding it even more. And elevating it and allowing more space for you to be in there too.
Yeah.
and the coming and going and the flow. Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, this has nothing to do with that, but like I noticed you have a butterfly on your arm.
Yeah.
And that's like, I always ask for a butterfly, like for things like that's like the sign I always ask for.
No way. Oh my god.
Just what is that?
Yes. Yeah. So beautiful. So beautiful. You are so loving. You're so loving. Yeah. And the flow, so like that water, like there were hands over your throat, so it's like it couldn't go up. It couldn't come out. It couldn't express itself in the way that serves you. And it couldn't like connect to that vision of like filling your own heart with your own gift of like sight and seeing things and seeing the truth and seeing beauty, and like it couldn't feed you in return. And
I feel like that makes sense because, okay, actually, like, this whole time, I, like, kind of just, when the whole time this was happening, I, like, felt like I was in water, almost. Like, that's just, like, how I, like, was viewing myself, is I'm in this big lake.
Yeah.
And I was just, like, going like this, like, pretty much the whole time. Like, that's all that was happening.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, I feel like I am, like, I think so much. And then I always think, like, I always overthink, and I think, am I thinking this, like, too much? Am I thinking this too much? Like, and then my heart and my head, I feel like, are always, like, competing. Like, I think this, but what if I come off too strong? Or, like, what if I'm carrying too much? And,
Totally.
So I'm always at war with myself, I feel like, with my head and my heart.
Totally, and that's because they were disconnected, you know?
Yeah.
That's when
that makes sense.
Yeah. When we experience, like, a lot of pain, it's because they're disconnected. And for sensitive people, we need to keep that connection.
Yeah.
Especially when you're giving so much love.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. Because all the love you give, you are so worthy of receiving.
Thank you.
Tenfold.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So then after that we went down to your sacral, and it's like your womb, your creativity, your passion, and do you get like bad period cramps?
Yep. I get my period. I sometimes go in months where I get my period every 7 days.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot.
I'm on my period right now, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the most regular person either, but I used to have terrible cramps, so, like, I know, yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. And I have, like, I always had stomach problems.
Stomach things. Yeah. So it felt, I always, like, hesitate to say stuff like this because I don't know anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know your situation. I don't know, like, I don't want to say something that might, like, I don't know, but I'm just gonna
you can say anything.
Okay. Thank you. But it felt like so that pain, like I definitely felt the cramps, the period pain, like I felt that, and then I also felt like stuff with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe like that definitely came through, like stuff with your mom. Shame and guilt are held in that area too.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's like that pain and sometimes when we go through really traumatic things with our parents and we have a hard time loving them or understanding the things that happened or the way that they try to show up for us or the way that they just avoid us because they're scared to show up for us or whatever the circumstance might be, when we reject them and we have we hold on to that pain and that shame and that guilt, we're rejecting parts of ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's like a civil war within.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I struggle with my mom a lot. Like, so my mom and dad got divorced, and it was like I was the last one. So I'm the baby, so I was like the only one there basically when it all happened, and I just like me and my mom don't really click. I love my mom so much.
Yeah.
But like it's like it always feels like she tries to guilt us into like doing things, and I don't know, like for me I just like I don't know, I feel guilty because I want to make her happy, I guess. And so I always feel guilty.
Yeah. Definitely.
And it's hard for me to set boundaries up because I feel like I try to set boundaries up, but then sometimes I go too far. But then if I don't set boundaries up, I just feel like defeated.
Yeah. Because you want to extend the love that you want to receive, but then it's also like you don't want to hurt anyone. So when you come from that history of being hurt and being through things and not wanting to put that on anyone else, it can lead to like lacking self-trust and also putting others' needs before us. So then it leads to more situations that end up being self-betrayal and hurting us, and like the boundaries like not being there because it ends up being self-betrayal. And then then it seems like you can't get it right, so what is it? And it becomes this cycle though where just more things are gonna happen until those boundaries are like so good in your heart. Oh, we missed the solar. Oh my god. Okay, huge part. But yeah, this is a good time though. This is perfectly timed. So yeah, the boundaries are definitely calling to be worked with. And I saw you like I saw you diving into like womb work, like woman work, womb work, like healing that space, releasing the shame, releasing the guilt, and kind of just like emerging as this like wild woman, like your wild woman self who's like, you know what, because there is no such thing as boundaries being too much, because it means that they want something that you're not giving them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So then that's not yours to carry. And there's a loving way to like reflect that to them. Like, hey, just because this thing isn't how you like, that's, you have to respect my space and I'll respect yours. And it becomes this beautiful collaboration that's like really empowered, and you both feel like lit up and on fire, and you're both like, yes, we respect each other. And like, but I saw you just being like this like wild woman, like in the energy, owning her womb, like unconditionally loving yourself, like releasing that shame, giving it back, because it's not yours to hold at all. But so your heart, we went from your heart to your solar plexus first, and your solar plexus, oh my gosh, so it was like so your solar plexus is like your personal power, your truest self, and you are such a champion of like, you're such a champion for other people, and that like loving who they are as they are, like loving that expression, loving that like release, like you love it. You love when other people are doing it, like you love it, like it's all like it's all this energy that's like been boiling up and stopping at your throat. It's like that. But you're such a, like, you have so much power, and you're so talented at seeing things, and then also like helping others like embody their truest self, like be their true, like you give a lot of permission to people.
Yeah, I feel like I do. Like I feel like people come to me for like things they're scared of, or like they can. I feel like they feel like they can be vulnerable, which I love. Like I love it when people like tell me their heart. Yeah, and I love that. But like it's hard for me to like, what's my heart? That's what I struggle with. I feel like I like love to when people show me their heart, and I'm like, I want to show people my heart.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Have it be received and having that. But it's, you don't truly know because authenticity, the practice of authenticity, it can seem so painful. Like telling someone, they're like, hey, will you come to my art thing? Or hey, will you come to this? Or hey, will you come to that? Hey, can I call you and talk about this? Like, there's a way of like being so loving and being that powerful, like loving version of yourself, and also saying no.
Yeah.
And like that is authenticity, and it can seem rude to people who are so used to just giving and like allowing. It can be such a challenge. But when you think about it, that like your authenticity is such a gift, and like to really show up next level, to expand that heart space, to be like, hey, actually I've got some other things going on, I can't right now, but let's connect sometime in the month. Or I would love to talk to you about what's going on with your family, but tonight I'm just having a me night. Let's call each other next week or 3 days from now. Like, I'm so proud of you for sharing your emotions and taking care of your needs, and like I need to do the same. And yeah, like how it can just be this like super empowered, super beautiful exchange.
Yep, I have a really hard time saying no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. But that's what you're leaning into, and you're starting to download and do. And
it's crazy that I feel like it's crazy you said that, like my solar plexus is like that, because I definitely feel like that's where I hold everything. Like,
yeah,
if something goes wrong, I feel it right away. Like, that's where I feel it. In my gut is like,
yeah,
I can feel it all.
Yep. And so that's where you, like, I fucking love Maya Angelou so much, but she always says, like, you have to, like, create this space inside of you where, like, you keep it, she's like, keep it clean, keep it pristine, like, in her voice. And she's like, no one can fuck with you, you know? Like, this is your space that says, not me, you don't. Or, like, I appreciate that feedback, but that's not my energy to hold. That's not my story. Or like, I love that you feel safe connecting with me, but it's not a good time right now. And it's like, this space always has your back, and you go back to it, and this is where it exists.
Yeah.
And every time we say something that, because we want to so badly give and heal this world and to prevent the pain that you've experienced, like by giving, this is the space that keeps it in check. And is like, no, like my first priority is to keep this space so beautiful, because that's how I'll be my best self, and I can give even more, and I can expand it even more. And that helps everyone else to see you do that.
Yeah.
It's really powerful. Yeah. So trust it. It's like so asking for you to just create a paradise there. Like it's your best friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard. How do you do that? How do you?
Yeah, so you simply just talk to it. Just simply, so imagine like with your hands, just this space right here on your solar plexus, like breathe into it. You can send it love. You can imagine handing it flowers. You can decorate your space with everything you think is beautiful. Like, just create this space. There can be butterflies flying around in it. And it's for you and only you. And it's this safe, sacred space that believes in you wholeheartedly. It has your back every single moment. It's always watching over you. It's always guiding you. It's always there. It's always cheering you on. It's always holding your hand. It's always there. You can breathe into it again. And it's just always there for you. And you can ask it questions. And you can tell it that you love it. And that you're grateful. How's it feel?
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's in you and it's part of you and it's always been there. And you have it every single day at any time. Yeah.
It's so nice to like, I don't know. It's just so nice.
Yeah.
Like, breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Think about me.
Yes, yeah. Because you thinking about you is thinking about everyone else in the same energy, because you're creating more love. It's really important. It's crucial. Yeah. And then so then when we went down to your route, I saw two things. I saw like a seagull landing on the edge of a volcano, but it was like but it was like a dormant volcano, and it was this beautiful view, and it was just this seagull and this volcano just chilling with each other. And then I saw a horse grazing on grass. And it made so much sense because it feels like the energies are so opposite, you know, like a bird in a volcano, or like a horse can be like wild and running around and they're so strong, but when they're grazing, like they're just so peaceful. And the same thing with like a dormant volcano and like a bird sitting on it, like it's just so peaceful, but it's like those opposite energies are like always present. Like it could erupt any time, like they could break out and like start running at any time. And so I feel like that's kind of like you have this untapped force and like energy that like it's okay to be peaceful. Like there's nothing wrong with the dormant energy and the peacefulness. There's like nothing wrong with that at all. But also there's nothing wrong with like that power.
Yeah. That's funny you say that, because so I have like these animal cards, and like I don't know, like I was like thinking about it the other day. I was like, I just like I feel like I gotta like meditate on like what my animal would be.
Yeah.
And I thought of a horse. I was like, I just feel like I would be a horse, like, because it's just weird. Like sometimes, like I meditate, I do yoga and stuff, and like I'm all about like, well, like Kristen's my sister, okay? So we like always talk about like just like different like powers that we like want to have or like want to access and all this stuff. And then it's like sometimes like I feel this like thing, and it's like I don't know what it is, but like I just get like, oh my god, like I have this something, like I have to do something big, like maybe not even big, but it's like I have this magic, some type of like magic or force, and like, oh, I want to let it out. I just don't know how to let it out.
Yeah. I totally felt that.
It's just, it's weird. And like, it's weird you said that too, because I will get like random like bursts of like, oh, I just need to like dance. Like I just need to like like shut off all the lights, light a candle, and dance around. And I don't know. Yes. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's this like that. It's the wild woman.
Yeah.
In you. She's done with shame. She knows her truth. She knows she's guided. And she's like, she owns the space. And she's developed those powers. And it's been like knocking on your door And the resistance is that pain. And the flow, like it's been like a little stagnant, and that's pain too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like when I feel that feeling, like how do you tap into that?
Yeah, so one of my favorite things ever is like, this is gonna probably look really weird, but like hip,
Okay.
like just going. Do you want to try it?
Oh my god, I do that.
Yes. Yeah. Like just literally like just like and get low, like get really low, and like go slow too, you know. Like go slow, and then like put your shoulders back, and like go slow, and now put your arms up, and get even deeper. Yes. Yeah. Do you feel it?
Yes.
Like that power?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So good. And like fucking cartwheel. Like just go outside and start cartwheeling. Like that playfulness, that like that like not giving a fuck what others are thinking, because you are so in your power and so in your bliss. And you're discovering things about yourself, and you're like, and it's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm so proud. Thanks for like trying that out and getting up and doing that
yes,
and being so good. You're amazing.
So are you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel better already. Like,
good.
It's like,
good.
I don't even know how to explain it. Like, sometimes I just like know, like I know that I have like something in me, and it's like I don't know how to reach. Like, I just need like help. Like, I just need help. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes when we're too close to it, it's like.
Yeah.
It's right here, but we're like here.
Yeah. And like for the longest time, I felt like, okay, like there's like this, just like literally like just this sheet.
Yeah.
And like once I can like lift this sheet, like,
yeah.
Because like I'm only 21 and I'm not in college anymore because I have no idea what I want to do.
Yeah.
And like my mom's telling me to go to college, my dad's telling me to work, and like I'm just like I know like what's behind the sheet is like what is my passion, like what I'm supposed to do, but I cannot get past the sheet.
Yeah. Definitely. So there's another chakra that I focus on besides the main 7, and it's called the Earth Star chakra, and it's 2 feet below your feet. And I also think of it as like the Kundalini chakra, because it's kind of like earthly energy, like what we manifest into this world. And yours was really powerful, but it was empty. It was empty, like not because like it had a lot of energy. It was really powerful, but there was like no like I could tell you didn't know what you wanted. Yeah. Like it's almost like our bank to the universe and like what we want to create and develop and like that. And it was like just not sure, you know?
Yeah. Like how do you find that?
By saying no.
Really?
You have to say no to everything that isn't that. If it's not a 10, like if it's not a 10, it's a no. That's how you find it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's how you find it. Like you're saying no to like college isn't the right route. It doesn't feel like that where that thing is going to come from, right? So it's like that's a no. It's not a 10, it's a no. Like maybe a friend is like doing a path that seems intriguing and seems promising and like shiny, but it doesn't feel like a fuck yes 10, like I was born to do this. Sometimes we need to try things though before we know that, or before we know it's a 10. We need to try things, but but saying no to even those things, the shiny things that seem like an 8 or a 9, like say no, it's not a 10. I was born to do something, and this is like almost there, but I'm gonna keep searching and just saying no. Keep saying no. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot. So in your solar plexus, there was a treasure chest. After it was like, pff, and it was so powerful, there was a treasure chest. And we kicked it over. We kicked it over, and all the coins went everywhere, all over your body. They, like, went up into your head. They, like, took over the space in your neck. Like, the gold coins and the jewels and everything went everywhere, just all into your body. It was, like, not held here anymore. Like, it was just released and going everywhere.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, if you want, we can pull some quick cards, and then that will be it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
I just have to open it. Okay.
Yeah. Even now, so like it's just releasing.
I know, I'm sweating.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the first thing that came out was Priestess. And how are you being called to step up and lead?
I say no.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got lions and a snake on her head and pyramids and look.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's you.
Yeah.
Transformation.
Oh my god.
Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Yeah.
I'm so glad for like, I know there's like stuff changing. Like, I can feel it, you know?
Yeah. It's rearranging. Literally. It's all changing. And then we're going to do one angel card. Oh. Positive outcome. The sun is about to burst through the clouds, and you will soon see things in a different light. Something that previously seemed hopeless will soon be filled with nothing but hope.
I love that.
And then, miracle. Our wings of light surround you and those you love. The current situation is governed by a higher power. The forces of love are at work. All will turn out well.
Oh my god. I want to cry again.
Yeah. Let it. It's saying goodbye to the old stories.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Just releasing the old stories. Just letting them out. Yeah. So wonderful. You're going through like a really intense, like, it is a death and rebirth.
Yeah. So what should I like, how should I like help myself, like by saying no more and like just meditate more like on the things I want? Or how do you find the things you want? By saying no to people?
Yeah, so remember your safe space. The one that is it's always talking to you.
Yeah.
That space, it will tell you, like, you can literally talk to it and ask it questions, and you can also talk to your heart. Like, anytime, let's say, even if you're having, like, heartburn or, like, you're feeling anxious, like, you can literally just hold your hand over your heart and be like, heart, what are you trying to tell me right now? What do you need me to know? What are we trying to figure out? Like, what is the meaning of this rapid heart rate? Is there anything you need? And just taking the moment to like slow down and like give it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And like turn those hands inwards.
Yeah. And
just ask yourself those questions. And like usually the first answer is the truth. It is the channeled answer. And then also, if you ever find yourself making justifications or excuses, like, I don't want to go to dinner with my friend, but we made these plans a week ago and I don't want to hurt her, like, no, then it's a no. It's not a 10. It doesn't feel so exciting in your body, you know?
Yeah.
Or even something like, I signed up to do a numerology course to learn numerology, but now I feel overwhelmed and there's so much going on and I'm not feeling excited about it, but I signed up, I like paid. It's like, it's a no.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Anytime you catch those justifications coming along, you're like, I'm trying, like, it's trying to do something. You're like, no, we got it right here. Yeah. We know.
Yes.
We know right here, yeah. Because I definitely felt like some people are more universally connected, like in the ether, and like some people are more like grounded in the earth and like get their lessons and their nurturing from the earth, and you are definitely a more earth person and more like nature person. So yeah, just always coming back to your heart and that safe space. It knows all the wisdom, even if it doesn't make sense. Like, even if it's like you need to go to Boise, Idaho to visit your friend for 3 days that you haven't talked to in 6 years, it's like, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so I'm also going to send you some rituals. I love EFT tapping and mantras and just like, yeah, so I'm going to suggest things. I don't really like it to take longer than like 20 minutes or something, so I always try and find like really short videos so it's like super easy to stay committed to do. I always recommend just trying something for like 7 days and seeing how it feels.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send you some of that stuff to like reinforce like releasing the emotion that we released, and also like being grounded in the energy that we're bringing in and that you're birthing. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for trusting me and for being open, and
I can't wait for our next one.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. And so I am like diving so deep into my shamanic training. So we can even I'm going to figure out, I'm like trying not to like rush through it, but I'm like so excited. I've just been I've been doing some of these things without realizing it for years. But one of the things is like journeying to connect to your power animal, and so cool. And I think that you'd really I think you'd love that. So yeah, I'll let you know when I'm like let's say you want to book your next appointment and you feel like either just doing like a session like this again, or you want to do something else, like just ask me like where it's at, and I'll let you know like if it yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, you're so amazing, you're so beautiful, you're so giving and loving. Yeah,
thank you so much for like giving me space, like allowing me to have space to open up.
That's what this is for. This is literally just space for you to feel loved.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's an honor to love you. You are so easy to love.
Oh my god, it's literally such an honor to be loved.
Yes. I love it.
Me too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm gonna send you that email either tonight or tomorrow. Actually, maybe it might be until tomorrow because I'm having a thing tonight. But
Okay.
yeah, so
That sounds perfect.
I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. If anything comes up, let me know. If you have any questions or like anything, reach out to me.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course, babe. Thank you. All right, bye.
Bye.